Hello, my name is Frank Castillo, and I'm excited to be teaching 5 trends for the next 5 years at this year's event. Let me share a little bit about what I'm covering in this year's event. 5 trends for the next 5 years. One thing that we've realized over the past few years is that the pandemic has completely changed the landscape of how we operate on an everyday basis. And I think a lot of practitioners, particularly the ones that I've spoken with, are nervous about what the future has in stake for their everyday work, their clients. So what I would like to do during this session is talk a little bit about some of those issues that I think are on the minds of many practitioners. We'll look at the office of tomorrow and some of the concerns associated with the remote work of the near and distant future. We'll look at big boom in a changing marketplace. We have this transition of generations. The baby boomers are passing along, and they're moving along plenty of wealth to the next generation. That'll take place over the next 10 or 15 years. So how, as practitioners, can we take advantage of that? We'll talk about technology and just keeping up with an evolving marketplace and AI and 5G and the incredible changes that are coming in terms of compliance work and how we have to evolve into a different role. I think historically we've always looked at history, the past transactions is what we've been known for, but we really have to be business partners with our clients on a look forward basis, on an everyday challenge oriented basis. We'll look at Gen Z, Gen Alpha. We'll talk about education and how we have to rid ourselves of some of the biases that we have, that we always think that older people always are focused on sort of the knowledge base, and we're going to just talk down from the lectern to the audience. And that's not the case with the next generation, that there's a whole evolution in how people learn, and the fact that technology is now going to be teaching us as well. So we have this change in who's teaching who. It has to be far more collaborative than what we've experienced. So we'll get into some of that. And we'll also talk about state and local taxation, a little bit about how, again, 5G has changed that entire landscape, because what we find is that many of these states are in dire straits associated with deficits, and technology now allows them to be able to track people in a very creepy sort of way. And I think what we'll find is that we need to be sure that we are mindful of those situations and that we work with clients so that they don't all of a sudden find themselves in hot water with any particular state. How will this session help tax practitioners and clients? Simply put, my firm belief is that the individuals attending this event are the ones understanding of a changing nature in our marketplace. These are the forward-looking issues and practical solutions that will help them shape their approach to their clients. Doing business, the old adage, Sally, is just doomed. We can't simply embrace what we've done in the past. An old colleague of mine once said it. He says, there's no such thing as going sideways. You're either going forward or you're going backwards. And the individuals that will attend this event will clearly benefit not only from my session, but from other sessions, because this will be forward looking. And unless you are willing to make those changes and adapt to the future, then you will be doomed to chase fewer dollars and work harder as the world around you evolves. Yeah, great things to do in Vegas. One thing I would recommend is it's going to be pretty hot at that time of year. And if you think that you're just going to grab one of those tall drinks and go, I'll walk 4 casinos down the strip, just understand that those distances are really long. So be careful. Don't overdo it. One thing I would recommend is going down to Old Town Vegas, where they have the lights, and I'm trying to remember the name of the place, but they have Binions and all these cool old casinos. If you like that vintage sort of style, by all means go down there. It's a great time. The tables are a little bit cheaper too, and it just gives you that sense and vibe of what it was like back in the 60s and 70s.